Um, so I was at the gym, and in most gyms nowadays they have the news playing on the screen, on the TV. And as I'm doing my thing, I see this segment playing. I couldn't hear what they were saying, but um, what it was about, dealing with dog behavior after the holidays. I can't play the video for some reason, but anyways, I'm just giving you my take on this, and it's just in dog culture they go through these things over and over again. Whether it's dealing with dogs in summer, in the winter, when you go on vacation, after you go on vacation, when the dog is wet, when the dog is up, when the dog is down, during fireworks, during when it's raining, during when it's thunder. There's so much issues, so many issues that they have to deal with when it comes to these worthless mutts. It's like they can't find a break or get a break. There is always something that is so, you know, irrelevant, so minor, so natural that is going to trigger these worthless mutts. Everything. And my question is, how do these dogs even know that it's the holidays? They don't. They don't know it's the holidays. Again, all these dogs care about is eating and attacking people. Eating food and attacking people, or even probably eating people, but eating food and attacking people. How do they know it's the holidays? They do the same. These things do the same thing every single day, whether it's night, morning, whether they're in Canada or they're in Asia, in the home, outside. All they do is roam around the house, sniffing and smelling every area of the house. That's all they do, is roam around. If there are people there, they're going to attack and be invasive. If there are animals there, they're going to attack and be invasive. But all these dogs do with their whole entire worthless lives, whether it's the holidays or not, busy or not busy, all they do is roam around the house sniffing things. I've seen them outside when these dog nuts are walking their dogs. All they do is sniff around. I've seen it in many YouTube videos or watching videos that have nothing to do with dogs. These dog nuts are going to have dogs in their video. All they're doing is roaming around, sniffing around. So uh, this whole, you know, dealing with dog behavior, it's like dogs don't know that it's the holidays. Dogs are always going to behave like dogs. They're always going to behave worthless. They're always going to behave retarded. They're always going to behave like they have, and they already do have brain damaged brains. That's what they're going to do. But in dog culture, in general society, they view these things as normal, as it's a way of life. When in fact, it's not. Dog behavior is worthless. Dog behavior is annoying. And they go through this all day throughout the year. It's always something that is triggering dogs. Gotta turn your whole life around for them. Literally, just for this worthless mutt to do what? Not attack people, not behave like it has a damaged brain. You got to keep paying people to or medication or whatever the case may be to make your dog not behave retarded. That is a fact. Look at them. Look how they all behave retarded, man. They see people, they go crazy. People who are not bothering them, they go crazy. You could be on public street, all right across the street, on your own property. They're going crazy. They're not gonna bother you. And I always bring this up, just like these dogmas always bring up this nonsense, worthless nonsense. We don't see this with other natural animals. They leave us alone for the most part. They leave us alone for the most part. Insects, bugs, mammals, birds, you name it. They leave us alone. Even animals in the sea, they leave you alone. Animals in the water, they leave you alone. Sharks, depending on the circumstance, they leave you alone. um, these seals, they leave you alone. I was watching a video. There's like 100 of seals, maybe 200, maybe thousands of seals on the beach. And there's like these rescuer people trying to detach like nets and garbage on these seals, and they approach seals, and these seals do, they run away from the people. There's over thousands of them, and they run away. They all run away. Thousands of them running away. With dogs, even when you mind your own business, they invade. Even when you feed them and you give them all these attention, they can still attack you and kill you. So whether or not you're feeding these worthless mutts or minding your own business across the street, they can attack you and mess up your whole entire lives. And know what they're gonna do? They're gonna blame things on like the holidays. They're gonna blame the holidays. They're gonna blame it on the post holidays. Blame it on the decorations, the lights. Blame it on the weather, the noise. Always find something. But they will never, ever admit that dogs are brain damaged, worthless mutants. It's because they have been brainwashed. If not brainwashed, then they're just so stupid. Dogs are worthless. Tim Watson, remember, it's okay to hate dogs.